Man United remain comically terrible, the Turams ball out in a wild Derby d'Italia, whilst the Mbappe bros also deliver match-winning moments, and no Yamal, no worries for Barcelona. This is DMAC Daily. 8 wins in 31 games. Ruben Amorim is so out of his depth, he's making Gary Neville's managerial record look adequate. The Portuguese now has the worst win percentage of any permanent manager at the club since World War II, as Man City ran riot at the Etihad. Doku looking like prime Ronaldinho, and the robot making a mockery of that calamitous backline. Amorim with a genius move at 2-0 down brings on Maguire to perfect the onside trap. I'm at a loss for words almost every match day. This is the embodiment of incompetence. He supposedly got rid of the bad apples and the players seemingly not good enough. Yet just this weekend we saw Højlund get on the score sheet, Onana was also phenomenal on debut, Rashford balled out for Barca, and Antony was excellent on his Real Betis homecoming. Meanwhile, over £240 million have been spent during Amorim's tenure, yet the results have deteriorated even further. More concerningly, no individual is actively benefiting from this tactical system that continues to fail. Yet the manager remains adamant, "I will not change my philosophy," and then proceeds to undermine the United fan base by stating, "I am suffering more than them." Top tier rage bait. It's like he's a double agent with the sole intent to destabilize this club beyond recognition. Focusing on City, and it's hard to accurately assess this performance. Have they made visible improvements in the past 2 weeks, or did they simply play charity FC? Donnarumma had a phenomenal debut, that's for sure, although thoughts and prayers to James Trafford. He'll never be first choice now over the Italian. Foden looked like his former self. The question is, can he and can City collectively maintain that high level moving forward? I'm not entirely convinced just yet. Meanwhile, Arsenal absolutely cooked Angers Forest. Difficult venue to start out, but boy oh boy does the Aussie have a tough job ahead of him. The Gunners, however, God, I want to be a hater so bad, but damn that was sharp. The new signings were incredible. Obviously all the talk will be about Zubamendi's stunning volley, alongside a quality header too, but you had Eze gliding across the pitch, expertly setting up Gyökeres, a promising display from the Swedes. Same with Noni Madueke. This is one of those games where the stats fail to adequately paint the picture, because he was the best player on the pitch, ruthless in the 1v1, so direct, so athletic, so many chances created. But the performance that isn't being talked about enough in my opinion was Mosquera. First start, first clean sheet, didn't put a foot wrong at all defensively, and his ball progressing playing out the back was top. Already looks like a steal for £13 million. Staying in London, and Spurs gave West Ham a fresh battering at home to ramp up the pressure on Graham Potter. The state of this club is truly dire right now. They've already conceded 6 goals via corners this season. I can already envision the Big Sam appointment in a month or so to salvage this clearly sinking ship. Positive signs for Spurs though, Xavi Simons contributing on debut, and Bergval, the boy who rejected Barca with a messy UCL final-esque header before setting up Van der Ven too. Kid's 19 and running the show in central midfield. Proper baller. Speaking of ballers, Cole Palmer is back, but his brilliance off the bench wasn't enough as Chelsea dropped vital points away to Stoke City. Brentford. England's manager Thomas Tuchel said it best, "I told you the long throw is back," and damn, did Brentford utilize that weapon to great effect. Garnacho looked very lively on debut, but was caught ball watching at the back post for the late equalizer. It's difficult for Chelsea to manage players post-international break, but if they want to be title contenders, these are the games you simply gotta win. Like Burnley-Liverpool for instance. Hardly a memorable performance, but the Reds once again snatched all 3 points at the death via a Salah penalty. This is the stuff of champions. Certainly not at their best, but they keep finding a path to victory. In other notable Premier League fixtures, Voltemata had a dream start to his Newcastle career with a bullet header, inflicting further pain on Wolves, who are yet to pick up a single point 4 match days in. Bournemouth continued their impressive start to the season with 3 straight league wins, Semenyo with a match-winning penalty plus an assist, and on his first Premier League start, 18-year-old centre-back Veljko Milosavljevic was outstanding. Looks like we've got a Højlund or Zabarnyi regen, another stellar defensive recruit from Bournemouth, and shout out to Oli Glasner's Crystal Palace. Unlucky to not pick up all 3 points v Sunderland, but this result extended their unbeaten run in all competitive competitions to 14 games now. That's crazy. Moving to Italy, and we witnessed another iconic rendition of the Derby d'Italia. Mamma mia, was this match genuinely incredible. From Çalhanoğlu's stunning brace, left foot banger, right foot screamer, to a cracker from another Turkey star Yildiz, to both Thuram's then scoring bullet headers, and just when you think it couldn't get any more mental, 19-year-old Montenegrin Vasili Adzic comes off the bench and in the 91st minute smashes home the match winner from 35 yards out in what was his first ever Serie A goal. I'd be surprised if there was a better league game all season. I mean, last season's 4-4 was crazy too, but literally every goal in this outing in Turin was unreal. Staying on the topic of Milan teams, and 40-year-old Luka Modric was the star of the show. Just days after taking to social media to say age is just a number, the Croatian maestro went on to score his first goal for the club, picking up the Man of the Match award as Milan won their first home game of the season. In my lifetime, I've never witnessed any midfielder's longevity coming close to Modric's. He's still an instrumental figure for club and country. This particular display was outstanding, scoring, creating chances, putting in tackles, dictating the tempo. There's only one Luka Modric. Meanwhile, Rasmus Højlund is up and running in Napoli with a brilliant goal as Conte's men go top of the Serie A. Fellow new signings Kevin De Bruyne and Sam Bukema also got on the score sheet. Despite the result though, there are perhaps some internal concerns. Lorenzo Luca has not hit the ground running as of yet, same with Noah Lang, but it is early days in their campaign. It'll be interesting to see how Conte manages this side both in Europe and domestic competition. Moving to La Liga, and no Yamal, no Spotify Cup now, no worries. Barcelona absolutely destroyed Valencia. That's the Barca that I remember from last season. Granted, it was only upon the introduction of Rafinha at halftime that the Blaugrana really ramped up their output, but they then went crazy in that second half. Fermin Lopez with an impressive brace. Every time he's given the opportunity, he seemingly performs, and that second goal on his left peg was filthy. Rashford will be pleased with the quality assist, but it was the substitutes that really took this match to the next level. With Rafinha, Lewandowski scoring doubles, Olmo got himself an assist, and Marc Bernal in his first competitive appearance in a year also provided an assist. New keeper Juan Garcia continues to impress as well. 26 from 26 passes completed, 100% long ball accuracy. This guy was destined for Barca. And then there's Pedri, who is just so consistently superb. Pure class every time he steps onto the pitch. Staying in Spain, and Atletico Madrid secured their first victory over the season, a much needed 2-0 result over high flyers Villarreal, whilst their neighbours Real Madrid prevailed 2-1 on the road to go top of La Liga as the only team to have won all 4 games. Kylian Mbappe with a brilliant goal before setting up Arda Güler as Turkey's golden boy continues to solidify his importance to this new age Madrid. But this match was highly controversial. Dean Hausen was sensationally shown a red card following a foul on Oyarzabal. This was an objectively horrific call. It was not even a 1v1 situation. Militao was in line. I was shocked that the call wasn't overturned, but Real Madrid have had enough as they plan to submit a report to FIFA over refereeing in Spanish football. Now, I do think that La Liga's refereeing is particularly egregious collectively, probably the worst amongst Europe's top 5 leagues, but I certainly don't subscribe to the idea that there's an agenda against Madrid or any particular La Liga club. Put it this way, I certainly don't think Real Madrid are the perpetual victims their ownership often claims they are. In other notable European fixtures, Mbappe's brother Ethan scored the match winner for Lille in the 98th minute, a memorable first Ligue 1 goal, and his former club PSG continued their 100% start to the season thanks to a magical double from Bradley Barcola, a noticeably weaker side without Dembele or Doué, but their other young Frenchmen stepped up big time. In the Bundesliga, Thiago's Hamburg got absolutely thumped by Bayern in another dominant display at the Allianz. Kane scored 2, Gnabry, Diaz and Olise all contributed in what was another easy day at the office. Perhaps the only threat to them this season could be Dortmund, who dispatched of Heidenheim 2-0 on the road. Guirassy once again making the difference. This guy is still criminally underrated in my opinion. Anyways guys, that's a wrap for today's DMAC Daily. Feel free to like, subscribe, turn on that notification bell if you enjoyed the show, and I'll see you tomorrow.